Early morning fog on the road to a town called Orikhiv. The emptiness of the emerging landscape peeling back the thin veil of war, and a front line creeping towards the town. There is still a daily market here, but fewer people to sell to, and aside from the soldiers, an absence of youth sent away for safety's sake. Social worker Valentina Loge cycles to visit her elderly or vulnerable clients in person. We were scheduled to go with her when a missile whistled overhead, Russian forces answering Ukrainian artillery fire. Residents are used to it, but get more serious about cover when the barrage doesn't stop, ourselves included.
Okay, shelter this way.
We're right now down in a bomb shelter. The soldiers we're with say we're in the middle of a little bit of a battle going on between the Ukrainians and the Russians, and so we're just hanging tight. But it certainly gives you an idea of what people living in this village go through on almost a daily basis. Farmers in the surrounding areas have stopped working as their fields are shelled, and the army warns against unexploded mines. The grouping of Russian occupation troops is very large south of Orikhiv, says this territorial defense captain. Almost 2/3 of the Zaporizhia region are currently occupied. For the small rural communities, the world seems turned on its head. Natalia Olmachuk lives just north of Orikhiv. All my life we lived peacefully, she says. Now you go to bed dressed so that you're always ready, and you listen to where the shells will fall. You don't know where to go. Back in Orikhiv, Valentina Loge carried on with her work after the morning bombardment, but others are leaving, boarding the small bus for Zaporizhia city. Natalia Ivanova has clung to the notion of staying in her own home until now. Because where we live, there's very strong shelling, she says. Many houses have been destroyed. Ivan and his 12-year-old daughter Anna are also leaving. I still have friends here, she says. I'm very sad to leave my house. Her father says the fighting is too hot now, that they're forced to leave. More goodbyes in a country that's already suffered far too many. Separation's difficult enough to watch, let alone endure. Margaret Evans, CBC News, Orikhiv.